Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 3 versus 3 on Cassia Luton. Playing on the southern team as the Adeptus Mechanicus, we've got Tiger Shark. Actually, hold on, we'll wait for Yvraine to finish her blooming poetry.
Their screaming engine noise casts dread. Dark messages through shadows spread. Upon Ravebone feet your doom will tread. Thus ends the prophecy.
Cheers, Yvraine. Always appreciate the introduction being interrupted by that. Who we got next? We have got Klempe as the Emperor's Children. We have got Necrotechnica as the Chaos Demons. On the other team, we've got OMC Dr. Nox as the Tau Empire. We've got Yazoo as Yazoo 55, sorry, as the Ynarri. And we have got Air 7889 as the Imperial Fists. 4 core, blimey. Well, look at this. This is quite the engagement. Got the Adeptus Mechanicus already bringing up a Warrior of the Omnissiah over onto the Imperial Fist side. Although, mind you, I imagine that this guy will struggle a little bit considering that these guys come out already carrying their heavy cover round. This guy is usually great against going up against infantry, absolutely murs them down, but against heavy infantry, these guys will be alright, especially when they activate their boomy abilities and whatnot. I think that the Adeptus Mechanicus might struggle a little bit actually on this map, considering that they need to get their constructs to recharge near the NFT searchers. There's this big gaping hole in the middle, although mind you, in saying that, there's a Crone Sword Shard location, so might be able to build something on that to their own benefit, so got to keep that in mind. Techmarine going to slap this Warrior of the Omnissiah around. He has activated his download more internet ability, so he should be alright for now. He's taken down a fair few Siege Marines, but won't be winning any Pulitzer Prize anytime soon. Does explode, knocking everyone back. Dear oh dear. But he's at least distracted these guys from building things up, which I suppose is part of the harassment. I'm going to see some Storm Guardians cruise on over here. Some Pleasure Cultists, though, will meet them in combat. Pleasure Cultists aren't known for their durability, but their knockback is quite insane considering their size. They will meet upon the stairs in the centre of the map, looking for that critical location. See what I mean? Just one flick of the old wrist, and these guys go absolutely flying. Clearly, they have not skipped their Pilates, those young women. A Slaneshi Lord over here, kind of ignoring these guys. We'll see if he can go somewhere else. Oh, never mind, he turns around. What are you doing, Slaneshi Lord? There we go, get involved. Now, this guy is absolutely insane in close combat. He's got very high DPS, also access to his space drugs, so he can stay immortal for a little while should he get into a sticky wicket. But yeah, it only takes a couple of strikes for him to kill one Storm Guardian, so these guys will probably not fare all that well, especially now that some Noise Marines are on the way, going to be bashing these guys in the face. The big old guns. The Yvraine comes along, gives them the old Mind War, which is like a... it almost feels like a supercharged version, considering that it does damage as well as slowing people down. So got to keep an eye out for her and her insane abilities. Some stealthy Tau moving forward, looking for this critical location over here. Not seeing much of a push out from the Chaos Demons from Necrotechnica. He is going for... what are you going to go for? You're going for an early Tier 2. To be fair, Tier 1 Chaos Demons aren't amazing. You normally wait for those Tier 2 ones where you dedicate yourself to a particular god. Magos Explorator, feeling the wrath of Vin Diesel, going to fall straight back, not being supported by anyone. I suppose one thing that the Adeptus Mechanicus do have is in their later tiers, they can basically get this Machine Reliquary on the move and bring their base over. Oh, poor Magos Explorator manages to get a Tarantula Turret online there. And these guys will fall back as the Tarantula Turret is quite a beefy piece of kit. Takes a lot of damage, but he does survive. He's doing alright. He'll go back home and tell the tale. Yvraine, though, not giving up in the centre. Going to bring down another Mind War. I do believe that... I can't remember if her abilities are cooldown or whether they're based on the souls of the Ynarri, because every time a Ynarri dies, they leave a soul behind, which the player can use to spend on certain upgrades, abilities, other bits and bobs like that. So Dead Eldar are not necessarily a negative in this kind of matchup. Got some Space Marines of the regular variety moving forward. Gonna scare away these high pass pists. So that's alright. center being more or less consolidated firmly by the Emperor's Children. Definitely one of the strongest, if not the strongest faction in the game at the moment. Do have some fire warriors over here looking to see if they can maybe have a little shoot, but deciding against it. They are going to just chill out for now. No major engagements going on as of yet. Though we do have one cheeky stealth suit team moving around the side. Going to get a stealth suit Chasvier, as well as a fusion blaster, so tier 2 for Dr. Nox. Not quite like that. He's been spotted, but maybe on the mini-map not quite being seen. We'll probably go around and see if they can cause some mischief and mayhem. Yeah, the Ynarri, they're not occupying all these Crone Sword locations, are they? It'll be a little bit too difficult for them. We do have some... Have you got plasma guns? You do have plasma guns, Mr. High Pacifist Man, so you'll be able to conquer these tactical marines quite nicely. Currently, they've got no additional weapons, although they should be able to get some available later on as they tech up. I imagine they'll be doing that fairly soon. Oh, there we go. Just as I say, heavy armor. So I'm going to try and engage these guys in ranged combat. Cultists activating their space drugs. Got some Chaos Demons teleporting in as well, although the Celestial Lord looks like he might be taken down. Got some Pink Horrors being teleported in. Some Breaches keeping everyone nice and distant, knocking everyone close back. Celestial Lord does go down. Tower Commander standing strong over the corpses of the fallen. And the Noise Marines, looks like they've activated their ability that lets them do a more damage to blooming, what are they called? Vehicles. Not sure why I activated that ability then. Maybe for the additional range, possibly, because they are quite a short-ranged unit. I do quite like this. The tower just chilling out in that heavy cover. Does look like we're going to see some Warp Talons being teleported in. These guys, not a pleasant bunch to deal with. Although, mind you, can the Breaches knock these guys back? In fact, no, they're just going to fall back. Too much for them to deal with. Losing a model or two. Yvrain and the Storm Guardians looking to fight the Great Foe. After all, the Eldar and Dark Eldar, not huge fans of the Slaaneshi faction, are they? You can see some mimes coming in, and they've got their fusion guns, so they've taken down that listing post quite quickly. At the moment, we've only got 2 Warp Talon models to take these guys on. Points of excess being beaten up a bit. We've got another squad of Warp Talons jumping in. Going to chase these guys and gals away. But these guys are quite quick. We'll be able to tie all these guys up at all times. We'll need some additional support, which they are going to get in the form of some demony dudes, some firing support from Pink Horrors. But yeah, there's quite a lot of mimes actually. What? 1, 2, 3, 4 squads. But one squad almost been taken down. See if she can escape over on this side. Haha, look at this, there we go. Machine Reliquary. This is not a moving one, this is just one that they're going to build up. Quite interesting placement. But hey ho, why not? Set up shop outside the base. We have got an Archmagos and a Magos Explorator that are able to build this Machine Reliquary up should they want to. A Razorback Mark 1 as well as a bajillion million Siege Marines and Tactical Marines. Still no upgrades on the weapons. And these High Pacifists with their plasma guns are really doing a number on these guys, but they're standing strong. Quite chunky lads these are. On the southern side, oh good lord. The STC sets are shocking these ladies as they run away continuously from the Warp Talons. Although I don't think that they're able to quite catch up with them. So it is going to be a bit of a cat and mouse game there, at least occupying those Warp Talons so they don't do any harassment over on the northern side, which is quite nice. We'll take that. Got some Plague Bearers teleporting on the backside, murdering everything as we're going. So, oh, have we seen a Nurgle Focus? Is this... Don't normally see this. Oh, we've also got some Demonettes. Oh, maybe it's gone like Chaos Undivided. Greater Chaos Spawn. Got some Pig Horse. Yeah, I'm thinking this is just a full-blown little bit of everything. Nice. Don't see that often, do you? A true rainbow coalition of chaos. These Plague Bearers losing their morale, but they're going to stick around just for a little bit longer. Just to be a bit of a nuisance. The Great Crozius of the Imperial Fists The old siege captain takes him down. And the Warp Talons have given up on the mimes, said, you know what, you just do what you want to do. Because if we attack your base, you've then got to either come back to defend or attack our base, and we can defend now that we've got some pleasure cultists. Have you got anything else in the billings? You've got another pleasure cultist squad with a fallen missionary. Never want to fall into missionary with a pleasure cultist, let me tell you that, boys. What's the phrase? Never stick your dick in crazy? At least not often. Don't do it. You're allowed one. The first one's free. Yazoo looking for some assistance. Should have really brought those mimes back. It's going to lose a lot of stuff. Warp Talons remarkably good at cutting through buildings. And no one's really got an army nearby. The tower over here, but they're going to take a while to get back over. Do have a Razorback Mark 1, but the Warp Talons are also amazing at slicing through the armor vehicles as well. So got to keep that in mind. That's at least buying him time. Allowing this Webway support portal to go for a Razor Wing jet fighter. Which would be great against the Warp Talons as they've got no range capability. Over here, the mimes are going up against the, what are you called, some Screamers. Screamers not really able to see them. So they're just going to lie down. Going to lie down for a little bit. Taking 5. Point of Vex is being repaired, but a little bit too little too late. The Assault High Pacifists running over. Glitter now being thrown around everywhere. That's their armor upgrade, if I am not mistaken. But yeah, the mimes can't really push in when that defense is there. Warp Talons surrounding poor Yvrain. She's been taken down. Again, still one of my favourite models in the game. I know she's looking a bit lackluster now that she's been turned into Flawless Anya, but she looked good before, trust me. Another listing post going to go down. Got a Tower Commander coming over. These guys are going to teleport over here. Maybe going to see if they can sort out the mimes. The Machine Reliquary has been finished off. The Siege Marines not quite able to break it down, but they are getting some other gubbins on the field. Commander Veteran upgrade as well as an Apothecary. Some General Infantry upgrades. So it does look like this will be primarily a infantry focus for Eri here. Got a Rhino transport as well. This is a big map, so transport is quite important. Storm Guardian's been slain. Tower Commander now being spotted. Will fall back, and here we go, the Razor Wing jet fighter for the Ynarri. Be a real nuisance. Also got some XV8 Crisis battle suits armed with their flamers. And you don't want to get close to those flamers. The closer you get to them, the more damage they really do. Great Chaos Spawn, amazing in close combat. Got a lot of health as well. Could hold those front lines against that Crisis battlesuit for at least a little bit. But not sure how well it'll fare against fire. Although, mind you, it's got no morale, so flamers won't be that useful against it. He's going to waddle over. See what else he could do. On the southern side, the Razorbacks are pushing out. Just a smidgen. High Pacifists armed with a melter gun. Armed with 2, in fact. So making short work of the Razorback. But then again, High Pacifists aren't amazing in the staying alive department. Machine Reliquary being... Oh, I see what you're doing, Tiger Shark. You're just going to build up Machine Reliquaries until you eventually get into the base. I mean, it's a gradual tactic. It's unusual. But those Machine Reliquaries are able to equip themselves with some quite powerful weapons. Though the mimes have really been caught out of position here. Whether they're able to survive this onslaught, this little gauntlet that they've got to run to get out. Oh, there we go. They're not going to run all the way back to base. They're just going to run the direct opposite direction of these Warp Talons. Yeah, surprising how well these mimes have survived. They've been on the run for quite some time. I'm going to draw these guys over to the tower. Tower have not finished moving there. But the Warp Talons don't take advantage of it. After all, the moment the towers stop, that's a lot of firepower coming their way. Got double Ravagers. Or Ravagers. Aha! I can read. Yeah, there'll be no dramas with these demons that are coming forward to them. Machine Reliquary taking some decent shots at the Space Marines. Need some heavier hitting units, I'm afraid. Eri, need some bigger guns to blow things up. Do you have the Apothecary out? Also got a Librarian, just for good measure. Over on this side, the pink horrors are now focusing on the aircraft. I've managed to take it down. But some Fire Warrior bodyguards making short work of the morale of these pink horrors. They will be dying slowly but surely. Over on this side, we do have a Sonic Scorpion flanked by Hell Talons. Also got some Noise Marines in here, so this is actually going to be quite a interesting engagement. Do have Commander Longstrike's gunship coming forward. Amazing against vehicle, demon, and buildings. Although moving a little bit too close for comfort, in my opinion. We have some stealth suits just jumping in for confusing reasons. Hellton's also doing the same, but there's just too much for them to really murder here. They're going to give it a good old college try there. Sonic Predator does go down. Oh, sorry, the Sonic Predator replaces the Crab Scorpion thing. Going to focus fire on that long striped gunship. The Noise Marines go down without much of a fight. One icon bearer just standing behind, waving his icon about. But this does not look like an engagement that the Emperor's Children can win. Not with all this stuff going on. The gunship will go down, however. And narrowly saving this one with only 91 health left. They are going to fall back just a little bit. Do have the Archmagos Prime now. Delivered fresh from Amazon. Ready to come along. Lots of Imperial Fist down on this side there. Got a Chaplain in their ranks as well, just taking all the damage. A Lehman Russ King pattern offering some firing support in the form of all that AoE. Prime does go down, however. Ready to give the Matrix to the next in line, I imagine. Shield of Dawn research on the way. More things going to be teleported in. What are you going to come in? Ah, it's going to be an Assault Centurions. Not sure what. Ah, right, okay, just doing two things. That makes sense. So Assault to punch them in the face, and the Devastator to fire at them from a distance. This Hypaspis squad is not going to be alive for much longer. Lehman Russ King pattern as well, also probably going to go down unless they can sort these guys out. Imperial Fist Space Marines are able to equip themselves all with missile launchers for a limited amount of time, should they choose. Not sure if he's already gone for that ability there. One Lehman Russ goes down, another one soon to follow. Librarian looking to get some spanks in there. Also got what on earth are you? Oh, that's a Chaplain ability, I think. Was the Chaplain nearby? Someone's ability. Oh, it's Lexanardo de Acubus with his big shining lights coming in. Golden armor silhouetted by the blood of the fallen. So these guys are pushing it all the way, but a Corn Demon Bloodthirster is summoned, and the Chaplain goes toe to toe with him. What an honourable sight it is. But sadly, not long for this world. Will fall down, sadly. And while all this is going on, we've kind of missed an engagement, but the mimes are up to no good down here. It's causing all sorts of issues. Chaos Demon Magics forcing the Imperial Fist. It looks like they were firing at themselves for a second then. Devastator Centurion's been smited. And just look at the amount of dead and dying on this small patch of land. Librarian next to go down. The Bloodthirster is thirsty for some blood, if you could believe that. And the Imperial Fist are in a really dodgy situation. We do have some Trueborn of the Ynarri coming over, but just a sheer amount of AoE damage coming over. Need to fall back, need to kind of bring up as much of your force as possible. Can't send them in piecemeal. Are going to get another Chaplain. Are going to all see more Razorbacks, more upgrades, as much as we can physically get. We're also going to focus on that Siege Generator. If they can get this down, there's going to be a real pain in the backside. Going to really affect the green economy for the Imperial Fists. Librarian trying to chunk away at the old ankles of the Bloodthirster. Also going to see some Hypaspis now moving forward with a Knight Paladin. Tau, as lovely as it is, chilling out over here and just keeping the demons at bay, they are going to have to move forward and do something. Got some Ravagers coming in. Got some firing support, but some demons around the flanks. This is going to be a huge issue for the Imperial Fist. They've basically been double teamed here. One in the front, one at the back. Some people are into it, but something tells me that the Imperial Fists aren't quite that kind of guy. Heavy fortifications looking like they're going to struggle, but Alexandro comes in, throws out a big blinding blast, manages to push these high pacifists back just ever so slightly. Over on this side, we've got an unclean one going up against Tau. Tau being surrounded by all these Vindicators, in fact triple Vindicators. That's a lot of anti-infantry stuff going on. And the Tau have been absolutely decimated, being caught out of position here, but they've at least kept these guys away from the mainstay of combat. Do have a Riptide battlesuit and a Swordfish heavy gunship coming out, at least keeping this Knight Paladin away from the front lines here. Demons on the backside have been pushed off, so God blimey, that was quite a desperate defense, but they have managed to at least hold the line for now. They are struggling in the sense that I don't think that the Southern team have got any critical locations available to them. Oh no, the Tau's got them, so the Tau are going to have to get the heavy hitting units out if they're going to be able to combat things like Knight Paladins and stuff. But in saying that, the Knight Paladin, unsupported now, lost all his friends. Look at him, the chaplain goes in, he doesn't care, does he? Strike him down, get a kill animation on him. Exploded so hard, knocked him back, what a champion. And now these machine reliquaries are up for grabs. But just as they're about to go up for grabs, we do have some Jetbike Marines. And well, in fact, that's just a whole smorgasbord of Emperor's Children stuff coming in. The Tau are going to come in and see if they can assist. Razorwing jet fighters, some Trueborn as well. These bloody hell, these jet bikes do not seem to be doing all that well. Very, very fragile. In fact, they're not even vehicles, they're heavy infantry, technically. Got the Hammerhead gunship as well. There we go, the Storm Surge ballistic suit. Opening fire, long range. Lots of firepower. And there we go. Defending that bit off. The other demons are still... I mean, they're not going to win with this push. Oh, in fact, have you killed the... Oh, you've killed the main HQ. Now, do you have any... You've got a builder left. Keep this guy alive, Eri. Keep this guy alive. Otherwise, you'll have no form of making a HQ anywhere else. Might be worth even rebuilding it somewhere in the central point here, just so that you can all sort of consolidate your structures together, lessening the spread needed for your defences. One machine reliquary has gone down. Devastator Centurions continuing the push. And yeah, the Imperial Fist can now breathe a sigh of relief. Their base is now Demon and Mechanicus free. Emperor's Children now being pushed all the way back. Only the Phoenix Guard left. They will decide to stand their ground, activate their space snuff. But Trueborn, real problems at range. Do a lot of damage, also have a lot of access to Dark Lances, Splinter Cannons, Shredder Rifles, Dark Matter Blasters. Anything they could want to kill, they've got access to kill it. And when it's being supported by Storm Surge Ballistic Suit, yeah, man, that's quite a firing line you don't want to get involved in. Got the RV Renard Battlesuit coming in. Quite decent against all your infantry needs. Oh, and a relative peace of calm, considering that the only combat going on is this machine reliquary going on. Let's have a look at the economies. 182 and 70, 104 and 54, and 402 and 0, compared to 165 and 243, 165 and 159, and 86 and 0. So we'll watch it from the Ynarri perspective. So yeah, the Northern team really suffering considering the amount of damage that's been done to the Imperial Fist. But in saying that, oh god, you're quite cool, aren't you? A Greater Breast Scorpion. Big sphincter at the front for firing out what can only be described as what you fire out after you've had a good curry. Going towards anything and everything. The Battlesuit XV-107 also being fired out by a Knight Paladin. Big units, man. Big destruction. And with all these pink horrors now surrounding the Storm Surge Battlesuit, Demonettes and Ebon Geist lads All armed with the red horrors as well, so their anti-vehicle capabilities are amazing. Ballistic suit does go down. Although the Southern team would really benefit if they took out this critical location. It'll certainly do them some good. But yeah, as I was saying, the Imperial Fists, although they're lacking in economy, they can be donated stuff, which will certainly mitigate their loss of stuff. And now the tides have turned. Northern team pushing down against the Adeptus Mechanicus. King Pan going for a longer barrel. Although this searcher has not been upgraded to an advanced defense post, so... I mean, these defense posts are absolutely amazing. Really good damage potential. But... I mean, when it's not there, is it? It's not there at all. Even Rust doing its best. Siege Captain now on the front lines. Chaplain's probably died at some point. Look at the legs on this bad boy. Spindly movement, grabby hands, makes me think of something that Dr. Robotnik would invent. Got some demons flanking as well. In fact, actually, Necrotechnica really doing a good job on using the deep striking capabilities of his demons to strike where it hurts. Tau do quite like a solid firing line. They do not like to be flanked. So doing it this way is quite useful. Librarian Siege Caps are now going to fall back a bit. There's some mimes over here just kind of chilling out. It's not ideal. What are you? You are a Razor Wing Jet Fighter. On the other side. Just going to do a little bit of damage to the Demonic Shrine. Won't do them any favours. Phoenix Guard, Terminator Squad also being deep stricken in there. And a little bit of quiet before the big green explosion. Knight Paladin, useful against basically anything that wants. Although, mind you, in saying that, has gone for a volcano cannon. So amazing at destroying things at distance. Got a big old plasma cannon on that, and the mimes are actually looking like they're finally going to be taken out. They've destroyed the shield from the Knight Paladin, but whether they've got the staying power to do any further damage remains to be said. Dark Eldar, Ravager gets taken down. Some big explosions from everywhere. Lord knows where they're all coming from. Sonic Predators also coming in to provide some firing support. But these mimes are finally going to be taken down. Like we say, dead Ynarri isn't necessarily a problem. They can spend it all on other bits and bobs. Going to go for Phantom Titan and a Void Dragon Phoenix. So big units on either side. They have gone for their critical location in the centre, so able to use that for getting their larger units. Not sure how I feel about this, Dr. Nox. Moving in your vehicles piecemeal at a time. Got Bloodthirster, Flamers of Zinch, and some Demonettes. This is not where you want to stick your heavy armour. Not unsupported. Are we seeing the big units coming back? We are going to see a Supremacy armour coming online. But the Phantom Titan, long arms, long guns, going up against a Knight Paladin, squaring off in close combat. Strike him down with all your might. And he's like, nope, I'm just going to casually walk away. Look at the speed of that Phantom Titan as well. Able to keep his distance away from the Knight. Over on the southern side. Eri, you need help. Why do you need help? Got anything going on in the base? No. Oh, he needs money. He's begging. Fair enough. Never a problem with me begging. I might start doing it. I might have like a little webcam up here. Get the cleavage out. Ask for donations. Do an ooh-woo face or whatever you call them. Sell my soul to the devil. Got Bloodthirster chilling out. Just going to casually walk over into the Tau base while they're defending in the centre here. Phantom Titan. Looks like that the Knight Paladin has gone down. And here we go. We've got a Tau Supremacy armour strolling forward. And this guy's got the biggest guns you've ever did seen. Huge damage potential. He even's got a good against demon armor as well. Just needs to face forward at all times. Hope you're not epileptic. But this is about to get spicy. Got some more demons being summoned in, but will it really stand the test of time? against the biggest guns. There we go, Plague Bearers teleporting around the backside, going to take on those Trueborn in close combat. Got some Swooping Hawks as well for anti-vehicle stuff. We've got the Adeptus Mechanicus rebuilding their Lost Machine Reliquary. Magus Explorator with 3 Electra Priests. Better than a Disco Priest, some would say. But that's all depending on your musical choices. Phoenix Guard Terminator Squad being taken down. Atos combat drones looking to get some shots in, but it's only a little drone, bless it. And when you're also going up against a Void Phoenix Dragon, your choice for life is not long-lasting. Yeah, only a couple of shots required to take them down. And the Northern team looks like they're back on top a little bit. Need to see some bigger units. We've got another Grey Knight Paladin and a Greater Brass Scorpion. But is there anything else they could be bringing out? I mean, how did that Corn Demon go? Doesn't seem he had much of an impact on the Northern side. Has to be said. SDC Searcher being popped down there. Oh yes, they were able to use it for stuff. Nice one. Knight Paladin a little bit lost. There we go. STC Searcher. It's been upgraded, so keep them near there so it can add to the firepower, but doesn't look like they're going to do it. Greater Brass Scorpion. It's got the firepower, and that Phantom Titan is looking a little bit worse for wear. Got the Supremacy Armor coming forward. Gotta be really careful with that there. Do not want to get it flanked by anything at all. Very, very fragile. Got this Tiger Shark just absolutely showing us what it means to have no sense of motion sickness. He's just... Good lord. It's all about those 90-degree right angles, that kid. Those demons down here, but they are being taken care of quite resoundingly. No issues at all. Over on this side, we do have all the machine reliquaries being taken care of. The Imperial Fists now quite a sizable chunk of the battlefield. Do you have something being teleported in? What are you? You are... You got Tor Garodon. What are you? You look cool. Your little gun on the back. Nice one, young man. The centre certainly being held by the big units. Phantom Titan, they're still quite low on health. He is being repaired by something. By the Bone Singer, but the Bone Singer is quite slow. Can't quite keep up with the long, spindly legs of the Titan. Seeing a lot of things being built up down here. Some warp gates and nonsense. For defensive purposes, I am sure. Riptide Battlesuit just going to walk in now. This game has been quite heavily hinged on the tower's ability to bring some deadly stuff to the field. We are seeing the Phoenix Guard taking on this critical location. If they can take it, they'll be able to get some of their bigger units online, but some Swooping Hawks coming forward. And I don't think the Phoenix Guard Terminators are able to really withstand this. It's very unfortunate. Going to lose a squad right there. Got a Land Raider and a Sonic Predator coming forward there. And the Void Dragon Phoenix, actually, quite low on health, is taken down. So one Titan unit offline. This Tiger Shark as well, also not known for its longevity. He's been focused on. Archmagos Prime being summoned forth. Might need to move forward to keep this machine reliquary fighting fit. After all, if it goes down, what else can the Adeptus Mechanicus do? In fact, have you actually got anything online at the moment? Oh, you've got one over here. Fair enough. Tiger Shark is offline. Being killed by, I do believe. Yeah, it is. So Tiger Shark kills Tiger Shark. That's good. The old Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other there would seem appropriate. Supremacy Armor looks like it's going to be whittled down. It's a really good push from the Northern team. Imperial Fister not quite able to get there in the nick of time. Oh, we've got Rogel Dawn. Huzzah, I could put you in the thumbnail. Fantastic stuff. Look at him. He's a big, beefy, solid wall. Lots of health, lots of morale. Also got a wonderful AoE bombardment ability. And these guys have actually managed to stabilise a little bit. Slaaneshi forces are summoning something forth. Want to use some warp talons? In fact, lots of warp talons. Being, haha, annihilated from on high. Come on, Rogaldon, do something useful. I've only seen you in one game before. But have you still... I was going to say, it seemed like those guys were still fighting those Terminators. Oh. Oh, well, not sure what that was. But my game decided to minimise and then refused to not minimise. But hey-oh, it's not a crash, it's an improvement from last time, and I'll take it. Anyway, Rogaldon leading the charge. He's bringing forth the good stuff. All the explosions. Got some people being dropped in. The Glor Agent Squad. Not sure how... No, they're not going to survive, are they? No, very... Not a great place to drop pod humans in. Got Demon Lord versus Rogaldon there. Go on, get involved, man. Give him the old pain glove. Show him what it's for. Oh, God. But is there even any need for him to be here? When you've got the Supremacy Armor on the go. It just destroys anything that comes anywhere near. And that Basilisk suit as well. It's going to be quite the defense that these guys need to pull off. What are you bringing out? I mean, you've got the Phantom Titan that's now been repaired. More or less to full stuff. Got all the Glor Agents coming in. Got the Machine Reliquaries. In fact, we've got two of them here. But need some big stuff being cooked up. Do we have anything being... Have these guys got any critical locations at the moment? No, these Swooping Hawks keeping a devilish eye on those critical locations. But not much is really being summoned forth at the moment. Whether they're saving money... I mean, they're dropping people in one at a time. We've got one Bloodthirster. But they might need to gather their forces into one big group before bringing them all in, because this is just kind of like a wasted Bloodthirster. He's not even buying them all that much time, realistically. Sent back to hell where he belongs. Lots of warp signatures now been taken care of. One Space Marine in the corner. But no one put Space Marine in the corner. Absolutely not. One Vindicator. Again, been thrown away. I mean, realistically, in this current situation, are you going to be able to do much? No. But there's always a chance, man. There's always a chance. Great Chaos Spawns are going to move out. I assume to do some base damaging, but we've got lots of drone sentry turrets to prevent them from getting too far forward. A great amount of hedonism. And Lucius the Eternal, who will... Now, here's a question. When you kill Lucius the Eternal, obviously it takes you over. If you've got pride in killing him, obviously. Now, if this dude was really pleased with that shot, would he take him over, or does that only work on humans? And if Lucius was then inside the Supremacy Armor, would he know what on earth to do? Here we go. Just like mowing the grass. These buildings don't really stand up too much to this kind of firepower. Got the Imperial Fist just consolidating any things that they've left alone. Although, in saying that, the demons have now decided, well, you know what, if you're going to kill our base, we will kill your base. And so the base trade of the century has begun. Lots of Fiends of Slaanesh, long horses, ready to cut a path through the Ynarri base. And to be fair, if they can kill all the recruitment buildings, that will then automatically kill all the big units on their side of the map. So it's not a terrible idea. But can they do it in time? That's the question. I mean, the Emperor's Children, have you got any lads left? No, this is your last structure, I believe. There we go, Emperor's Children been taken care of. But the demons are still going strong. And they're just attacking anything and everything. Kind of shrugging off this swooping Hawk assault. After all, I mean, look at that, all that firepower, and it's just doing very little to the Great Chaos Spawn. Mind you, the Demonettes, not quite the same level of tankiness, are they? One thing goes down, more things. Good lord, that's a lot of stuff. And the striking potential While, yeah, okay, they're killing buildings. Are they killing them enough? Are they killing them fast enough? Burgle Dawn not liking this structure. Not at all. So yeah, the Ynarri are actually in quite the pain, but some Tau have come along. We've got some Fire Warrior Breach teams, which are good against demons, as well as Commander Longstrike. A demon hunting force, the likes of which have never been seen. It was a good effort. It was a good idea, Mr. Necrotechnica. We appreciate the final stand nature of these kinds of things. But something tells me, looking at the runes, I don't know who wins this definitely, but I'm fairly certain it's going to be the Northern team. Which that's good. It's been a while since we've seen the North win. The North wins eventually. That's how it works. Klempe gives out the German. I've gone. So yeah, I think we'll call it there. But God blimey, I must say that the highlight of that match has to be, absolutely has to be, the defense of the Imperial Fist base. They had people coming in from all different sides, and it looked like that they were going to lose. But they managed to survive by the Ynarri and the Tau coming to their defences. Which, I mean, I imagine it's probably canon somewhere. I imagine these three kinds of forces would come together in defence against the demonic incursions and stuff. So, yeah, cool. If you, thanks for sending it into the Discord, boys. Always a pleasure and all that stuff. If you like the channel, have a look at the Discord. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week. And there is also Discord where games like this happen all the time. Anyway, mine's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. I will see you in a bit. Peace.